Hey friends. May wanna see. Ooh. Oh my gosh. So, happy Monday, everybody. How are you? I hope you had a wonderful weekend. I know I did. I know, y'all, I was like off kilter. But, it was my birthday. I was taking time out for myself, and I'm a big advocate of self-care and putting yourself first. So that is exactly what I did. Hey, mom. Sorry. Okay, so for my birthday, I bought myself a MacBook. And I totally forgot that I had an entire library of music in there. You want for me to make you up and see. Ooh. Alright, so we've got plenty of stories tonight to talk about. Yeah, alright, let's get ourselves over to Instagram. I'm trying to overtalk the music so they don't, flag my stuff and say whatever they say. But I'm excited for us to hang out. What is this? Just going gorilla? No. What the heck? My, oh baby, I see you. To the Bee Gees. Alright. You're going to need to be a little more specific. All right. Hey, friends. Okay, we are getting started in just 2 minutes. Hi, Rico! Oh my gosh, how are you? I have not seen you in forever and a day. How are you, fellow Gemini? All right. Okay, friends, we are going to get started very shortly. Tonight, we have stories about Nigeria. If y'all got any Nigerian friends, tell them to check in. We have stories tonight about a series on Netflix called Outer Banks. I don't know if you've seen that series, but that is next. Actually, I'm gonna turn this music off. Hold on, y'all. Okay. And Andrea, hey girl. Hi Sincere 39. Hi Just Haitian 05. Hey, y'all. Welcome. We're getting started in less than a minute. I was saying we've got stories about Nigeria. So yes, today's a holiday, but I didn't give y'all 3 shows last week. I thought about taking today off, but I can't leave my people hanging like that, all right? Yes, so we got stories about Nigeria, Netflix, Nike and Puma, and In-N-Out Burger. So if you like any of those things, or you know anybody who likes any of those things, tell them to check in. And we are starting our copyrights segment today, okay? All right. You weren't? Well, I'm glad I surprised you, Sincere 39. All right, it is time to get started. So I'm hitting the record button. Get your, oh shoot, I forgot I need my water. I'll deal with it later. Okay. All right, welcome. Happy Monday, everybody, and happy Memorial Day. Welcome to NPL Legal Dish. This is my Monday through Wednesday live broadcast where I teach business and legal concepts using pop culture and celebrity news. If this is your first time seeing my face or hearing my voice and you're like, who is this lady and why is she speaking? I'm Natalie Pierre-Lewis. I am the host of the show and I'm the owner and operator of NPL Consulting LLC, a business formation firm. What that means is I help people like yourself get your business paperwork together. So things like making sure you have your articles of incorporation with the state, making sure you have EIN numbers and DUNS numbers, getting contracts for clients and partners, basic brand protection strategies so people don't steal your business ideas, and hiring and training strategies so you don't get sued for discrimination. I help you do all of these things. If you're wondering why I'm qualified to help you do all of these things, I'm very happy you asked. I'm a licensed attorney, have been one for 15 years and counting. I've started multiple businesses for myself and others, both online and offline. I've had many careers in the realms of entrepreneurship, the law, education, hospitality, and administrative support. And most important, I'm very passionate about making business and legal education as accessible to everyone as possible. Not everybody has the time, the money, or the desire to go to business school or to law school, but a lot of you have amazing business ideas. And if you're going to be successful, there are just some things that you need to know. There's no way around it. So that's why I'm here. And if you're in the startup phase of your business or you've got a business idea and you're like, I don't know where to start, or, you've been in business for a while, but you need to get your stuff together. You need to get legit so you can do things like establish business credit, get a business loan, get your products into big box stores, get government contracts. I want to help you do that, okay? So I want you to connect with me. Go to linktr.ee/NPL Consulting Firm. There you can book yourself a free 15-minute consultation if you are a first-time client. As well at linktree/NPL Consulting Firm, you can download the free Biz Launch cheat sheet that will help you choose and start your dream business in 7 days or less, okay? Linktree/NPL Consulting Firm is also where you can find your show merch, like your t-shirts. They come in black, white, and navy blue, and your mugs. I got my mug up here. I forgot to bring it down for the show, but the mugs. So, if you want people to know how you got so smart, how you know so much about business, pick yourself up a t-shirt or a mug. Also, Linktree/NPL Consulting Firm is where you can pick up a lot of my digital products, like my video trainings and my ebooks. So this for the next couple of months, we're focusing on intellectual property, meaning so last month we talked about trademarks. This month we're starting on copyrights. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, you're going to want to pick up the Protect Your Biz ebook bundle. It is $29.97 high liquid elites. If you go to Linktree/NPL Consulting Firm, you get my trademark ebook, my copyrights ebook, and my patents ebook. All right. So Linktree/NPL Consulting Firm is how you connect with me. It's also where you can subscribe to the YouTube channel and the podcast. So if you ever miss a live broadcast, you can catch up on, at your leisure. Okay. All right, now that I have shilled my wares, we are moving on to the reason why we are here tonight. Here's how the show works. I saw a couple of new names tonight, so I want to, hello Leaks Dope. So I want to tell you guys how this show goes. So what happens is I pull stories from the news, Hi King Tax Services, stories from blog sites, stories that you guys send me, and we pull stories that have lessons that we can learn as business owners, and we discuss them. So this is a time for you to get involved. This is a time for you to ask your questions and give your comments, as long as they are respectful. Put them in that comment box. I will be asking for emojis. I will be asking for your opinions on things, so I need you to stay ready. Make a beat. I am not a rapper. But yes, so as long as you're not driving, I'm going to be asking you some questions. Please feel free to, it's more fun when we are all in on the discussion. Okay. So, before we even start with our stories tonight, like I said, this month we are starting a new topic. Yes, I know it's still May. We got one more day, but we're starting a new topic this month. We're starting copyrights. A lot of you out here are so creative. You are songwriters, you are artists, you are writers, you are choreographers, you are photographers, you are, all manner of creative beings out here, and you need to know how to protect your work, okay? So we're going to be talking about copyrights for the entire month of June, and today, the last day of May, all right? So if you have any friends who are creators, make sure you have them tune into the show Monday through Wednesday. Also, make sure that they pick up the Protect Your Biz ebook bundle so they can learn all about, copyrights and things like that. But today, our NPL nugget, we are just going to define what a copyright is today, okay? So a copyright is in simple terms, it is the legal right to use something that someone has created. So if you are a songwriter, right? And someone wants to use your song, they have to get a copyright license. If you are an artist who makes visual art and someone wants to make a print of that, they need your permission to do so. That is, they need a copyright license. If you are a choreographer and you have a dance that has been performed in front of an audience by professionals and has been recorded, that is something that is copyrightable, okay? So there are tons of things that a copyright can protect, and it is at its core just the legal right to be able to use those creative things, all right? Now, if you want more information on copyrights, you can go to linktr.ee/NPL Consulting Firm, pick up the Protect Your Biz ebook bundle. You get the trademark toolkit, the copyright ebook, and the patents ebook, and as well, or also tune into the show, because I will be continuing these little nuggets of information at the beginning of every show. All right, let's move on to our stories. First story tonight. Everybody put a Nigerian flag in the comments for me. Everybody put a Nigerian flag in the comments. I don't care if you're from Nigeria. Just give me a Nigerian flag. And if you got any Nigerian friends, bring them on into the discussion, because I want to hear from them as well. Okay. And while you guys do that, I want, if any of you have been watching me for a while, you may remember the story that we did about Disney, and how they trademarked the phrase Hakuna Matata, which is a Swahili phrase, and people in Kenya, got very upset when they found this out. Now, they found this out about 20 years after the fact, but, they were still like, bro, what are you doing, right? And, there's been back and forth about that. Disney is not about to let go of the Hakuna Matata trademark. They're like, girl, do you know how much money we make off of this? Blah, blah, blah. But moving on, we have another case of, someone trying to co-opt culture. I asked a question in my stories today. I asked you guys, what is the second largest ethnic group in Nigeria? Now, nobody answered the question. This time, I think somebody answered on Friday, but does anybody want to give a guess as to what is the second largest ethnic group in Nigeria at this time? Yes, thank you very much, Sincere39. Correct, Yoruba. So anybody who has Nigerian friends, you may hear them say that they are Yoruba or Igbo or Hausa or something like that, right? So it's a group within the country of Nigeria, just how, like anywhere else. Hello, Open Arms Cleaning. Anyway, if you didn't know, has anybody heard of the company Timbuktu Global? Have you heard of Timbuktu Global? They are a clothing company. I've heard of Timbuktu. I feel like they do like outerwear, like, sports, like winter coats and things like that. If you've heard of Timbuktu, give me a T in the comments, okay? Whether or not you've heard of Timbuktu Global is a British clothing company. And some time ago, they actually trademarked the word Yoruba. And not only that, they tried to prevent a British Nigerian citizen from naming her cultural program Yoruba Stars. Now, this woman's name was Gbemisola Isimi, right? And so this clothing company was like, you know what? We like this cute little name, Yoruba, the name of the second largest ethnic group in Nigeria, and we're gonna take it and trademark it and make products with that name. And once someone who was an actual, member of the Yoruba ethnic group was trying to make their own program, they were like, skirt on 22s, we, have already trademarked this. So now, Timbuktu Global legally has the right to the name. They did it, quote unquote, fair and square, and filed the paperwork. But there has been such a social backlash because of the fact that they are essentially co-opting a cultural name that Timbuktu Global has said that they are going to surrender their trademark, meaning they're saying, look, this Yoruba trademark, we're letting it go. We're not going to enforce it. Take it back, please. Stop yelling at us. So I want to know, what do you think about people trademarking cultural names? Do you think that this is something that should be allowed? Because this is not the first instance, and I'm sure it's not the only. Like I said, we talked about Disney and Hakuna Matata, and now we have Timbuktu trademarking, Yoruba. Somebody get somebody Nigerian in here, please. There's actually a whole social media campaign. If you go on Instagram, the hashtag Yoruba is not for sale was trending for a while. But this is, while I do not agree, yes, skirt on 22s. While I do not agree with Timbuktu ever registering the word Yoruba in the first place, this is the power of intellectual property. While they have no cultural ties to the word Yoruba, they went through the legal processes of obtaining the rights to that word for their clothing brand, so much so that they were able to, basically prevent, hello, Queen Tigwa, they were able to prevent an actual Nigerian of Yoruba descent from, naming their show after their own people. So Timbuktu Global is going to be surrendering their Yoruba trademark. I hope Nigeria gets all their money. All right. Okay. Moving on to our next story of the evening. Has anybody watched the Netflix series Outer Banks? Or has anybody been to the Outer Banks? The Outer Banks, if I'm not mistaken, are in North Carolina. But yes, if, has anybody seen the Netflix series Outer Banks? Just give me a yes or a no. Okay, thank you. Open Arms Cleaning said no. Since it said in Florida, there's an Outer Banks in Florida? Or am I just mistaking the place? Geography is not my strong suit, Sincere 39. Yes, the one about the kids. I thought it took place in North Carolina. Don't mind me if I'm wrong, okay? Because I have not watched it. And actually, I posted in the poll in the comments. I asked how many of you, if any of you, had watched it, and everybody said no. Essentially, at its core, the series Outer Banks on Netflix is a story about a group of 4 people who go on a treasure hunt, right? Wait, Miss Hayes Tax said, I think we're going back to the Yoruba story. Miss Hayes Tax said they need to do their research. First, it's just disrespectful, and not to make it a racial matter, but why they always got to try Africa. Miss Hayes Tax, I said the same thing, girl. Okay? No, you are not the only one. I said the same thing. Like I was initially going to name this episode, "Haven't You Taken Enough, Britain?" That was going to be the name of the episode. But excuse me, moving forward. Yes, we are talking about the Netflix series Outer Banks, right? And like I said, the premise of the story roughly is about 4 people who are going on a treasure hunt. Kels Butter agrees as well. Netflix was sued by a teacher Netflix was sued by a teacher named, China's buying up. I have heard since 839. I know China. Look, we got to repatriate. We got to take Africa back. All right. But no, we got to concentrate. I got to get back to this story. You guys are putting me off track. All right. There is a teacher by the name of Kevin Wooten. He saw the series Outer Banks come out on Netflix, and he was like, ooh, they stole my idea, because Kevin Wooten wrote a book some years ago named Pennywise, The Hunt for Blackbeard's Treasure. And he launched a copyright infringement suit against the Netflix crew responsible for Outer Banks. And his theory was that when they were, filming and scouting, they were close to a bookstore that sold his book, and they found the book and basically stole the ideas. So he sued Outer Banks, Netflix's Outer Banks, for copyright infringement because he said his book, Pennywise, The Hunt for Blackbeard's Treasure, it too was about 4 people on a treasure hunt. And how dare you, Netflix, take his book premise and go make a show about it, right? So, do you think that was a sufficient, that was sufficiently specific enough to warrant a copyright infringement suit? Kevin Wooten basically said, I wrote a book about 4 people looking for treasure, and this show is about 4 people looking for treasure, and it takes place in the same place, therefore it's copyright infringement. Do you think that is enough? Hold on. While you guys give me your answers, let me read these comments. Kels Butter said, that let us all know that there is riches and has always been riches in Africa. Greedy people get on my nerves. Me too. Miss Haystack said, Outer Banks is in North Carolina. You are correct, by the way. Thank you. Okay. Woo, I ain't that bad at geography. Okay. But yes, do you think the fact that both of these stories have to deal with 4 people looking for treasure is specific enough? Open Arms Kidding said, no, you agree with the judge. The judge dismissed this copyright infringement case. The judge said, look, girl, do you know how many stories there are out here about people looking for treasure and about 4 people looking for treasure? On top of this fact, Wooten's lawyers tried to compare one of the characters in the Netflix series Outer Banks to an animal character in the book that Wooten had written. And the judge was like, y'all are really grasping for straws here, and dismissed this copyright infringement case with prejudice, meaning that Mr. Wooten cannot file this copyright infringement case again. Okay? So I want to know from you guys, do you think the judge made the right decision, or is, the mere broad idea of people looking for treasure, is that a specific enough, premise for a book to warrant protection? Or is it too broad? How many stories can you name me about 4 people hunting for treasure? Right? Let me know what your thoughts are about that. Let me know what your thoughts are. What's going on Facebook? There's is there like a Facebook party I don't know about? Where is everybody? Okay, Instagram, y'all holding it down today. Let me know what you think. Do you Open Arms Cleaning said it's too broad. Anybody else have an opinion? It's 4 more of y'all in here. I can see the numbers. All right. I'll leave y'all alone. Before we move on to our next story, I want to remind you guys that you are watching NPL Legal Dish. This is my Monday through Wednesday live broadcast where I teach business and legal concepts using pop culture and celebrity news. If you are in the startup phase of your business and you need some legal guidance, hit up your girl. Go to linktr.ee/nplconsultingfirm and book yourself a free 15-minute consultation today. All right? Okay, we've got some comments that just came in. Kels Butter said, I think it's pretty broad because there are other stories about people looking for treasure. Absolutely. Miss Haystack said, sorry to this man, but he's digging for gold without a map on this one because it's too many variables to this story. Absolutely. when you are trying to copyright something or claim copyright infringement, it has to be specific. So if they had maybe had characters with the same names, the same descriptions, same scenarios, then it's different. Remember when we talked about that Colombian reporter who sued Netflix for the Narcos series because she said they stole portions from her book when she met Pablo Escobar in a hotel and Pablo meeting with reporters. Do you know how many, and I'm going to use the term, do you know how many ladies Pablo Escobar probably entertains in hotel rooms? Like, it takes more than a broad idea. You really need to show that there are specifics in the story that are undeniable, okay? Hello, Gerald from Legal 1911. What an interesting name. Okay. All right. Okay, moving on to our next story. So I did another poll today. I asked you guys if you prefer Nike versus Puma. 67% of the people who responded in the poll said Nike, 33% Puma. So I'm going to ask this group right here. Are you team Nike or are you team Puma? Give me an N or a P, depending on which team you are. I am team whichever one is on sale. All right, let me know if you are team Nike or team Puma. While you do that, a while ago we talked about this. Nike has been trying to trademark the word footwear, Footware, not WEAR, but WARE. Kels Butter said both depend on the shoe. Miss Hayes said, I'm with you. Yes, right? So Nike's been trying to trademark footwear, WARE, for their line of, open arm screen said P, for their line of shoes that are embedded with technology. So they're saying, hey, we're coming out with a bunch of shoes that are going to have, gadgets and doodads and all manner of, I don't know, computer chips or whatever y'all put in the shoes now today. And we want to, protect this shoe line. We're calling it footwear, WARE. And Puma has been opposing has been opposing Nike. They're like, footwear, WARE, is very generic. There's tons of shoes out here coming out with technology in them. And we don't think that Nike should be able to trademark that term. So before I tell you what the result of this trademark opposition was, I want to know what your thoughts are about Nike trademarking footwear, WARE. Do you think footwear is it a generic term within the sneaker community? I know that there's like a whole sneakerhead lifestyle. I don't know nothing about that. But, is footwear, WARE, a word that is common in the sneakerhead community? Is it? Does anybody know? Where's Zephyrina? I know her son is a sneakerhead. But Nike basically was like, footwear, that's our invention, and we are using it to refer to our shoes that are coming out with, whatever type of technology we're going to put them. I think one of them, they're coming out with some self-lacing shoes, things like that. Okay. You don't think it's generic? Cynthia 39, can you clarify your don't think so? Let me know what y'all think. Do you think that footwear, WARE, is that a specific enough term? Is it a generic term within the sneakerhead community, or is it unique enough that Nike should be able to trademark it for their line of shoes that are coming out with, pieces of technology in them? What y'all think? What do you guys think? Okay, so say that now. I think it's just me and you. I don't know. Maybe people are driving. I'm going to give y'all the benefit of the doubt. Do what you got to do, okay? Anyway, but going to the result of this case, the judge actually said, Nike, you can go on ahead and trademark footwear, baby. Gerald from Legal 1911 said it will cause confusion. The judge did not agree. The judge has given Nike the go-ahead to trademark Footwear, W-A-R-E, for their line of shoes that, have technology in them. So there will be, a line of Nike footwear coming, to a store near you, probably in the next year or so. Miss Hayes Tech said, all I hear is more money for shoes. Girl, I will wait till they are on sale at Marshalls and Ross. Kels Butter said, no, it's not unique enough because for those who can't read and spell, it will not make a distinction. Ooh, interesting. Okay, very good argument. Hi, Mary Estime. Sincere39 said it makes sense. It's a play on software, I assume. Absolutely, Sincere39, it is a play on software. Kels Butter said, well, the judge has a vested interest. Why do you say the judge has a vested interest, Kels Butter? Why do you assume that the judge has a vested interest in this Nike versus Puma suit? Let me know. Hi, Candy Cape Cod. Since 39 said, who can't read? Since 39, there's plenty of people out in this world who cannot read. There are a lot of functionally illiterate people running around, okay? All right. Okay. Moving on to our final story of the evening. While Kels Butter lets us know why he thinks the judge has a vested interest. I asked earlier if any of y'all have eaten at In-N-Out Burger. Everybody who responded said no. So I don't know if the people who are watching now are the same people who responded in the poll. But if you have eaten at In-N-Out Burger, please give me a burger emoji. Candy Cape Cod has eaten at In-N-Out Burger. Okay, thank you. Anybody else? So as far as I know, In-N-Out Burger started out as a West Coast chain, and they've slowly made their way, across the USA. Thank you, Candy Cape Cod. Sincere 39 said, do they have them on the East Coast? I'm not sure if they have them up north, but apparently they do have them in the South. They've got a few in Texas, because that's what's happening with our next story. So there is a small burger chain out in North Texas called Country Burger, okay? They've been in business since 1973. They've got 3 locations in North Texas. And on their menu, they have selections called the Double Double and the Triple Triple. Here's the problem. In-N-Out Burger has trademarks on the terms Double Double and Triple Triple. They secured the trademarks in 1973, renewed it again in 2008, and renewed again in 2012, okay? In-N-Out Burger started opening locations in Texas in the year 2011. So In-N-Out Burger, they're doing their thing, and they find out that's, I've never eaten at In-N-Out Burger, so they have trademarks on these things, so I'm assuming it's on their menu. They found out that these Country Burger locations have Double Doubles and Triple Triples on their menu, and they send them a cease and desist. And the owner at first was ignored it. She was like, this has got to be a joke. Who is going to trademark Double Double and Triple Triple? But she kept getting these notices from In-N-Out Burger's attorneys saying, girl, you need to stop using these phrases. Take them off your menu. So this small burger chain that has been in business since 1973 basically has a major decision to make. They're going to have to change the name of their entire menu that they have had for over almost 50 years, right? And now In-N-Out Burger is offering to pay for, reprinting and signs because they're going to have to change a lot of things. But is that, do you think that's enough? There's so much work that they're going to have to do. Is In-N-Out offering to pay for the flyers and signs like that? How is that going to be enough to help Country Burger recoup? And this is also why it's important for you to do your research and make sure you're not using other people's trademarks, okay? Sincere 39 said, is In-N-Out where they have those big burgers? I have no idea. I've never eaten there. Hey, she's a dogette. Kel's Butter said, because this company already has enough, that just doesn't make sense to allow them to go forward. I really don't know if he has a vested interest. Oh, you don't? Okay. Kel's, so you don't know if the judge had a vested interest. You just think because it just seems weird. Well, intellectual property law, again, it's kind of blind. It doesn't care how big or how small you are. All right. Okay, but going back to our Country Burger story. So Country Burger is going to have to change their menu, their signs, all of that, things that they have had in place since 1973 because they did not pay attention to trademarks, right? And the owner of Country Burger, she's like, I really don't think they should have been allowed to trademark it, but she can't really fight it at this point. So they have to come up with a whole new idea, a whole new scheme. And this is why it's important that you protect your work and make sure you do your research before you start naming your products out here in the world. Okay. All right. So, Canada Cape Cod asked, when did they trademark it again? So In-N-Out Burger trademarked Double Double and Triple Triple in 1973. It was renewed in 2008 and then again in 2012. So they've been keeping it up. Okay. All right. So those are the stories that I had for you tonight, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in and hanging out with me. I love the participation. It makes the show so much more fun. We're going to be back here tomorrow with more stories at 8 p.m. Make sure that you tell your friends. If you missed the NPL Nugget, we have started our copyrights segment. You can go back and watch the beginning of the show. It's going to be up in a few minutes. What else? Make sure you book your one-on-one sessions with me. Go to linktr.ee/nplconsultingfirm. Make sure you pick up the Protect Your Biz ebook bundle so you can learn about trademarks, copyrights, and patents so you can protect your ideas out in these streets. Do you guys have any questions for me before we turn down for the night? I've got a couple of minutes before we have to, before we have to sign off. Remember, we're talking about copyrights for this entire month. Last month, we covered trademarks. If you've got any questions about business formation, I'm going to give y'all like 60 seconds to get your questions in. What else do I want to tell you guys? My tablet is about to die soon. So please get your questions in quickly so I can respond to them quickly. Make sure you are subscribed to the YouTube channel and the podcast, okay? I'm trying to get that YouTube shmoney. Help your girl out. All right. But if you guys don't have any questions, I'm going to leave it here. Take care of yourselves. And I will see you tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Bye. Wait, hold on. We got a question. Kel's Butter said, excuse me. Kel's Butter said, what if you already have a name but haven't copyrighted it yet? Is it too late? Okay, so Kel's Butter, if you just have a name, you don't copyright a name. Usually when you're trying to protect a name, it's because you want it to be the name of your product or the name of your business. You want that name to represent your products or services. So you would want to trademark that. When we are talking about copywriting, we're talking about if you write a book or a poem or a song, or you choreograph a dance, or you make a painting, or, you create a computer program. So these things that you create from your imagination, right? But if you are trying to protect the name of your product, right? Like let's say, I want to trademark Kel's Butter Hair Pomade, whatever. That is something that I would trademark. I would not copyright that. Okay. But now if we're talking about in terms of trademark, you want to trademark as soon as possible. You also want to do that with copywriting as well, but you have to decide whether or not you need the copyright or the trademark, depending on what you're trying to protect. There is no such thing as a poor man's copyright, ladies and gentlemen. There used to be this thing where, poor man's copyright, take your whatever you create and mail it to yourself. That does not exist anymore. If you do not have a legally registered copyright, you cannot go to court to sue for copyright infringement, at least going forward. They changed that rule a few years ago. So there is no such thing as a poor man's copyright. Thank you for bringing that up, Kels Butter, okay? All right. So if we don't have any more questions, we're going to end it here. Kels Butter, thank you for those questions. Those are awesome. We will be back here tomorrow at 8 p.m. Have a great night. Bye.